What's up, people? Welcome back to the 360 Places podcast. And today we are doing a follow up episode. So we did an episode on the type of people you'd want to travel with, and we named 10 types of people. Of course, it's me, Jayso, and
Fifi.
we're happy to be back. And so we did an episode on 10 types of people that you want to travel with, and we named them. And I don't know if we should rename them again or we should just go with it.
I think we just go with it. Please listen to the
Yeah.
previous episode so that you know
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Episode number 5.
Five.
Yeah, episode number 5.
Yeah. And it was a good one, by the way.
It was a great one. We got a lot of positive feedback from that. And somebody shared it on their Facebook page. And yeah.
But please look at that and like and subscribe on YouTube if you already haven't.
Yes, and if you have not followed us on our social accounts, Instagram is 360placez. The S is not an S, it's a Z. So
Yeah.
it's 360placez with a Z. So today we are talking about topics you'd want to discuss with someone before you actually go on a trip with them. Because we talked about people that you want to go with, but we have the YOLOs, we have the spontaneous people.
The
Okay.
photographers.
Yeah, the
We
photographers.
got the
Yeah. And we have 1,000,000+1 photographers. We have 1,000,000+1 YOLOs. So you have to select between your friends, between the photographers, who you wanna go out with, and you'd wanna go out with someone that you vibe with. And
definitely.
these topics that you should discuss before actually planning a trip
You
or
don't
while
just
going
go.
on a trip. Yeah,
You
it'll
don't
actually
just
help
go.
you pick who is a better choice for you. So let's start with number 1 topic that you wanna discuss.
The most important topic, I would say.
Okay. I would not say it's important.
What do you mean it's not important?
But it is.
It's very important.
It's okay. Respectively important with other topics. Okay, it's important.
I'm just looking at him with the left
Okay,
eye.
okay.
That's why.
You know when a black woman gives you the eye?
No, this is the most important in my opinion.
Okay, so it's the budget.
The budget.
You two wanna you 4, you 10 if you're going with a group of a football team, then you better discuss the budget, because everyone is comfortable with some kind of budget. Some are comfortable with a
Definitely.
big budget, some are comfortable with small budget. So you'd want to check your pocket first.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let me ask, like, have you ever gone, let's say, to a restaurant, a nice
Mm,
restaurant,
mm.
right? And you know that day you're going to the restaurant and you're gonna eat well. And then you think the people that you're going with have the
Yeah,
same
true.
idea,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then you go there, you order your ribs, the salad on the side, you know, with your starter. And then the people you go with, maybe just one of them says, no, it's okay, I'm just fine with the salad. Because they don't have money.
Yeah.
And that feels terrible while
Yeah.
you're there
Yeah,
feasting on, like, that day you decided you're gonna feast and the person's like, I'll just
Yeah.
have a salad. It like kills your whole
It
mood.
kills the whole vibe.
That's why the budget is very important. Like,
yeah,
you need to
first
talk about
time,
it.
yeah.
How much money do you have?
yeah, true.
Like,
Check
you
your pockets
check your
and-
pockets
yeah.
and say the truth.
Yeah.
Don't just go with the flow. Like, yeah, that's
this
okay.
is-
That's
yeah.
okay. You end up, if you don't have enough money, you end
Yeah.
up making your people feel bad.
Yeah, and actually, not only feeling bad, because if you're my friend and we've gone out maybe to a restaurant to eat, if I see you ordering only like salad or just a drink,
Yeah,
I wouldn't feel comfortable
At
getting
all.
a main dish.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Even you're like, "Ah," or you end up paying for the person, which
Yeah.
inconveniences
Yeah,
you
yeah,
in the
yeah.
end. So I think the budget is just the most
it's very
important.
important.
It's the most important thing.
Okay, I think it's okay. I'll get on board with you.
Yeah, it's just
I
the
think
most
it's important.
important.
I think just check and see where your friend is at and where you're at, and if you feel like you're not like you're not getting on the same boat,
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be a waste of time and trip.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
or choose a cheaper place where they
Yeah,
can be
where
able
they
to
can
afford.
be. Yeah,
But don't go to Bora Bora with $200. Like, that won't work. Like,
yeah, true.
yeah, some places just require money.
Yeah, and some places don't. So
I mean, places like Tanzania, you don't need much money.
wow. Actually, I was expecting you to bring this. I was just wondering on which episode is she gonna bring it. Okay, since you brought it, actually, I'm from Tanzania.
Yeah,
Guess what country she's from?
I'm from Malawi, but at least our
See?
country is
See?
expensive. Our stuff are expensive.
So I had this conversation. You remember the friend that I told you, the one who likes doing research?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Emlet.
yeah.
So I've been having this conversation a lot with him. But then he's Tanzanian. It's not because he's Tanzanian,
Mm-hmm.
but he told me this before I actually met you or something, before we
Mhm.
actually like got to know each other.
Mm.
So he told me I have a Malawian friend,
Yeah.
and I told him like, yeah, Malawi is like it's just a country that no one talks about. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing going on as far as international matters are concerned.
Uh-huh.
It's just it told me exactly. That's the joke I always tell my friend.
No,
And
but I mean, we're like
what do you have?
we're like Switzerland. You never hear about Switzerland because we're
Wow.
peaceful. But when they're the it country. If you hear about Switzerland, it's expensive. It's a nice place to live. It's what. But they're just peaceful. That's why we don't hear about it
all the time.
No, we don't. When do you hear about Switzerland?
Tourism.
Nobody ever hears about Switzerland. Nobody
I
ever.
do.
Oh, yeah, you do. Only you out of 7 billion people on the planet.
Okay, but Malawi is not a destination you wanna go.
That's a whole lie. And we're gonna have an episode with a proper Malawian who's gonna tell us all about it.
Okay, I would wanna like let me try and understand where you're coming from.
Uh-huh.
So when we talk about Tanzania,
Mhm.
let's say you just allow me to name one person that I feel like 90% of the audience are gonna know or resonate with. And you also name a person that 90% of the audience are gonna know.
Just
or resonate
because we have diamond platinums, you wanna
with.
make
Okay,
a
she
big
say
deal.
that.
No, please.
I wasn't even gonna say.
But let
diamond.
me tell you why.
Okay.
Okay,
What do you have?
let me tell you why Malawi we don't have a lot of people because we understand like okay, how do I put this in a way that I won't get roasted? Tanzanians
You're
have
gonna get
nothing to
roasted
do.
either way.
You people like gossip.
Okay.
You
well,
love gossip and
I'll
you
accept
love
that.
hyping.
Yeah.
Like
Social network.
yeah, Malawians have no time to start hyping. You are hustling for yourself. You have no time to start
But
hyping somebody else up. That's how we roll. Like we really have no time for that. You can be please make the
Okay.
music for us. We'll listen. We'll play it at our weddings, whatnot. But we're too busy hustling instead of listening
you know
to
what?
gossip.
Let's just put an episode special for Tanzania versus
Versus
Malawi. Yeah. And we're
definitely.
gonna have like maybe a 4-week podcast. You'll bring the
My
best
Malawian.
Malawian that you think
All right.
there is, and I'm gonna bring out the best Tanzanian that I think there
Have
is.
you ever argued with a Tanzanian? Oh my god.
We're not gonna argue. We're just
okay,
gonna lay
debates.
facts. Okay. We're just gonna simply lay
Oh,
facts.
gosh,
Okay.
Let me say I've already lost this argument or debate
So
because
are
you
you-
people know how to. You
So
debate.
you denied the challenge? Are you
I'm
saying
not
we're
denying
gonna
it.
record the
We can
episode?
have it, but I mean,
Okay, challenge accepted.
done.
So guys, make sure you get that budget straight with your partner, your
Definitely.
friends, and see if you guys are gonna land on the same boat. And the second thing that you guys wanna consider, well, wanna discuss before actually setting your
Mhm.
foot on that pedal, on that plane, on that boat or anything, is itinerary and sightseeing priorities.
Yep.
So itinerary is basically like the whole thing planned out, like what you're gonna do there.
Day 1 to
day
7, what you're gonna do.
Yeah, everything, like where you're gonna sleep and everything.
Yeah.
So you guys wanna discuss the whole itinerary because we have different types of people. When you
Yeah.
go, when you travel, like everyone has their priorities. Maybe when we go to let's say Switzerland,
Mm-hmm.
I'd wanna see the Alps mountains first.
Okay.
The mountains first. I mean, the whole landscape. It's
Tell me
just
that geography.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Fiona here would want to maybe enjoy the nightlife first.
I'm going for food
She's a foodie. Well,
Going
how
for
did I
food.
forget that?
and then Alps mountains. I mean, we can see them, sure.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You guys have to talk about priorities, and it's okay to have different priorities. I
Yeah.
mean, we're different types of people, but my point is, at least be lenient to everyone and see.
Yeah,
if you guys
consider
can-
everyone so
consider
that you at
everyone.
least have fun because it makes no sense for a whole trip for someone like me going to
Yeah,
see Alps
yeah.
mountains.
Yeah.
I will not have fun. I will really not have fun just going to the mountains alone. You
I
get
mean, you could hike. Do people hike there? I don't know.
exactly. Who wants to hike the whole trip?
Hey, you just hike, take beautiful pictures.
I don't want to lose weight. Like, what's the issue?
Okay, guys. And speaking of actually being lenient with everyone's perspective and priorities, I think we need the caretaker here now to
Yeah.
yeah
To facilitate
yeah to
everything.
facilitate everything to actually bring you guys. Okay, you wanna enjoy the food. He wants to do the photography.
Yeah.
The landscapes.
Definitely.
So we're gonna do this first day. We're gonna do this second day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you don't have a big brother to actually help you with it,
Huh. It's
yeah,
gonna be a mess.
it's gonna be a
It's gonna
mess.
be YOLO.
You're gonna yellow out.
YOLO out.
Yeah, and actually, if you don't understand what we're talking about here, the big brother and the yellows, you should definitely go and listen to the first episode because it's gonna make more sense of what we're talking about
And
now.
that's episode number 5.
And that's episode number 5. And those of you who are watching this on YouTube, I think I'm gonna put a card up there of which you're gonna just view the video after this episode ends. And the third thing that you guys wanna discuss before you go on the trip or while you're planning the trip,
Yeah. The speed of travel. That's
Yes.
the speed of travel. Mm-hmm.
speed of travel. So different people have different paces of travel.
Yeah, that's
Someone
true.
maybe would want to go to Nairobi and spend 4 days.
Yeah.
Someone would just say, let's just go for a day. Then maybe,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
just do everything fast and come back home.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Okay, it makes sense though. Because if you want to travel for a long time, let's say for example, there are days I don't personally like speed. Like I want to take my time. I want to pass by, let's say if I'm going to Nairobi where we are, I want to pass by Nakuru, take my
Yeah.
time there and
Chill
then
a
go
little
to
bit,
and then not just 6 hours straight. You're just in the car like no way. I want to take my time.
Yeah.
See some places, eat some food, just take my time. So that's definitely something to think about when you're traveling.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Because
mhm.
you're saying?
For example, also there are other people who get car sick. I'm
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those people.
sure.
I don't
Sometimes
yeah.
I also get
get
that,
car sick. So you have to consider that. Like you can't just go straight speed one way for some of us. You need
Yeah.
to take your time,
Yeah.
pause,
Have
what,
those stops somewhere, yeah.
So yeah, definitely that's something to consider.
And other people actually love the speed.
They do.
They just wanna do a fast trip, get back home, and I don't know what they're rushing to, anyways.
They love their beds, I guess.
There are beds in the trip. Where are they gonna sleep?
But there's nothing like your bed at home. That's a fact.
Yeah, for girls, yeah.
Oh, for guys, no wonder. Makes
For guys,
sense.
yeah, like
You guys
okay.
feel at home everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Like it's just
in
fun.
every bed.
Oh, wow, she's gonna bring that out.
Men.
Okay, anyway, guys, we were talking about the speed of travel. So
We are talking about accommodation.
yes, people, accommodation, and
Oh, there are different types.
different types of accommodation, and we actually talked about
Yes,
this
I was
in the
about to
past
say,
episode.
We did Airbnbs versus hotels.
hotels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Or in this case, you can add something like a motel,
Yeah.
your friends' houses if you have your friends' houses, things like that.
Yeah.
There are many factors to consider. I mean, the cheaper, usually if you're, okay, how do I say? The cheaper and more comfortable, the better.
Yeah. And there's actually free options. Do you know this I don't know if it's a website or a mobile application. It's called Couchsurfing.
I've never
So
heard
you
of it.
basically you have a home, maybe you have a home here in Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe you just love meeting new people and tourists.
Oh, yeah.
Then you actually offer your space for people to come and crash maybe on your couch
Damn,
or in your house.
that sounds quite psycho if you ask me.
Yeah,
It
but
sounds
but people
scary.
do that and it's free.
As in free.
Yeah, it's quite surfing. You just go into
Somebody's house.
you sleep. for free.
Yo, I watched too many serial killer documentaries to do
Yeah.
that. Oh, that sounds like a murder waiting
There's
to happen.
a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of hosts, and I get the one host who watched the documentary.
I watch way too many crime documentaries.
Okay.
And if it's free and you don't know the person, usually you should put some question marks to it.
But it's actually okay.
I'm sure it's legit and there's some
It's
good people.
legit, and there's some good
And
people.
then there are those
but
people who want to
yeah,
eat you alive.
You gotta be careful, yeah.
You have to be very.
you gotta be
You have to
careful.
be
Human
very.
trafficking. I remember you actually
Yeah.
explained that properly in the was it in the first episode?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it's in the first episode. I'm also gonna link that in the card and as well as in the description. And yeah, you guys, there are a lot of options when talking about accommodation. There are hostels, as Fifi said.
Yeah.
There are Airbnbs. There are hotels. There are shared dorm rooms. Like
Yeah.
there's
There's a
everything
lot,
in
a
there. Like,
vast, depending
or
on your
you could sleep
budget.
in the car, parking lot.
Oh Lord, do your
Yeah.
thing, man. Do what you gotta do to go on that trip.
Wow. Okay, I actually talked about. I don't know if I told you this story before, but I've actually told this story in the podcast on the road trip episode.
Uh-huh.
So when we were coming here in Kenya,
Yeah.
so you remember there was curfew by
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So we didn't prepare properly, and we didn't have all the documents to let the car go through from our country to Kenya.
Okay.
So we stayed on the border for quite a while to get the documents.
Yeah.
So then we started coming here.
Okay.
Before we could make it to the city that we were going to,
Let's stop again.
curfew. So we had to experience
Oh.
that
Okay.
rather uncomfortable.
I can't lie. I've slept
Parking
in a
lot,
car
yeah.
before. I have slept in a car. I mean, I've driven from Namibia to Malawi before.
Yeah.
So the cheapest option was to sleep in the
Yeah,
car and
parking
you
lot,
sleep.
yeah.
You sleep and you wake up and you're
Yeah.
okay. Only that you haven't showered, but you
Yeah,
continue
your
that
neck
trip.
might be
Mhm.
achy, but no, you'll be
Ooh,
okay.
You'll be okay. Nobody has died from. Okay, no, that's a lie.
And if you consider actually sleeping on your car, you'd wanna go and park your car in a rather safer
Safely,
place. Yeah,
in a
there
safe
like I
location.
said earlier, like in the road trip episode, there are places that are safe for you to park and actually sleep, and some of them you could actually pay for the parking space.
Yeah.
They're big malls
Yeah.
and big filling stations. It's actually safe because they have
People.
people, yeah, securing the
Security.
place, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ah,
There
that's
you
a tip.
have. Those are ideas for you.
Okay.
All right. And
Okay. Well, you should actually discuss and say like if people would wanna sleep in an Airbnb or hotels or the hostels
or the car.
Yeah. Then you plan your trip from there.
Definitely.
The next thing is
Food preferences. My favorite.
okay. Here is our part. Now she's talking.
Okay.
Could you feel the energy?
I
There was
switched.
change of energy.
Okay, but no lie. Okay, in this case, like let's say for example, if you hate spicy food, I don't think it makes sense for you to go to Mexico. Does that make sense?
Mexico,
Mexico.
India,
Yeah,
Nigeria.
places like that.
Yeah.
Like, why would you, if you don't like spicy food,
Spicy.
go to a country that only
I
offers
also don't like spicy food.
You also don't like spicy food.
Yeah. So if you don't like spicy food like me, you should not go to India.
I guess go to places like America or the UK where
Or Tanzania.
Tanzania. Is Tanzania okay? Yeah, Tanzanian food is not quite spicy. Is it?
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Okay. You guys want to talk about where you're gonna eat? Because there are a lot of like options of where you're gonna eat.
Definitely.
You've talked about your budget, so you know like there are a lot of budget options.
And
There-
also,
yeah.
there are places. Let's say, for example, if you go to some countries, there are renowned restaurants that there are places like if you go to, let's say, New York, you can go to specific places that are famous for some New York pizza or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe you might also want to like include that in your itinerary.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like visit the renowned places. Like I've seen this somewhere.
Yeah.
I want to go to this place.
Yeah.
So food preferences is like that as well. Like, and you have to be aware of what you're gonna eat because definitely,
True,
if you're
yeah.
going to Thailand, chances of you finding non-spicy food are quite low unless you go to a McDonald's or
the
these
usuals,
the regular. And nobody wants to travel and go to a McDonald's.
Yeah, nobody. I would never travel and go to a KFC.
That makes no
Yeah.
sense. Literally,
Yeah, you'd want to
zero
try
sense.
the food.
Yeah, the local food.
local food, and say I was actually in Thailand.
Yeah, not I was in Thailand eating McDonald's. Like what?
Now that you talked about the places, so I heard about this hotel. It's on how do we call this tower building on the top? How would you call it?
English has escaped me.
Okay, I feel like vocabulary
Yeah.
isn't that.
Not today. It's Easter, so my mind is on Easter. Easter food.
Wow. Okay.
On a
it's-
rooftop,
not,
on
not
a
the,
veranda.
not the one
on
I was
a-
looking for.
I tried.
Rich guys where they stay, like
Penthouse.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Ooh.
So it's actually revolving around 360.
I think I've heard of it.
You've heard of it?
I think I've
Yeah,
heard of it.
it's great. It's
I mean,
great.
definitely you should go there.
You
If
go
your
and check it
budget
out.
allows
Yeah,
you,
yeah. You go
please
and check
go
it out.
there.
Such areas, and if you discuss early, like what you wanna eat and the type of food you wanna eat, you actually it will be easier for you to plan out your trips because Fifi is gonna want to eat them burgers,
Yes.
and Jayso is gonna want to eat the vegetables.
Oh Lord have mercy.
so, so it will help you pick out the spots and stops that you guys are going to stop to and take your meal.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we go to topic number 7, the last topic, yeah?
Yeah.
And that is the travel style.
Elaborate, please.
So we have different types of travel styles. We
Mhm.
have the luxury type of
course.
travel, and we have the backpack, couchsurfing. Why are you laughing?
No.
Every time I say backpacking, this reminds Fifi
Yes.
of me.
Packing your one T-shirt for the go.
I didn't say one t-shirt.
You say
I
5
said-
days, one T-shirt. Who goes for 5 days?
Wow,
5
we
days,
really
one
should
T-shirt.
redo that episode.
No, we're not. Okay, yeah, we must. for
And
the
we
people.
should do with another person to actually keep us in check. Cause
I'm always right, so it doesn't matter if we bring another person. It's okay.
actually, yeah. So this morning I was like going through different articles, travel articles, looking for new episodes to do.
Mm.
I found this rather interesting article about what to pack,
Okay.
and they were saying not to pack things as options.
Ugh. Listen
Actually,
here.
I bookmarked that article, and I'm gonna send
You
you.
can bookmark it all you want. I am packing options. Whoever did that episode, you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, guys, you should actually discuss on what type of travel you'd wanna go to. Would you wanna go with if it's luxury type, and you guys wanna sleep in villas? You'd wanna go to all the expensive places, the revolving around hotels. You'd wanna
Definitely.
discuss that and know. Okay, since all these type of people want to go to a cheaper travel style, I'm not comfortable with it, so this trip is not for me.
No.
Yeah,
true.
if these people want to go expensive, I have the money, but it's not the style that I want to go because maybe I want to experience the local culture and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not my trip. So these topics will actually help you to know that this travel trip is for me
Or it's not.
or
for
it's
me.
not for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Or you can mix. The best trips are a mix of both. You
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
like when it's luxury, but you get a
Yeah.
taste of the local
Yeah.
as well. That little
Yeah.
cheap.
True.
Okay, that's in my opinion. Other people just like straight up luxury. Who are we
Yeah.
to say no to you? Like if you got the, if you have the money, do you?
Yeah.
But it's nice to experience both worlds. Like when you go for the luxury, there's luxury, but then
yeah.
at the end of the day, you're still reminded, like, okay.
But actually,
treat yourself.
now that you've mentioned luxury travel, actually, I don't. Maybe it's not because I don't see where they're coming from. I would expect most billionaires to go on a type of travel that isn't luxury because they live that life every day.
Okay, that makes sense.
But even when they do their travels, they just go luxury.
I feel like they
'Cause-
just do that because literally they don't know anything else. And the way we live to them is poverty, I guess. So I don't think that they want to see the poor. But I mean, if we all had a choice, or most of us, if we had a choice to live luxury, we probably would.
Yeah, we probably
We
would.
probably would.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody who's doing luxury wants to come back to
but
to
it's,
brokehood.
but it's travel. It's just
No.
a few days.
Nope. I'm not going to Switzerland to sleep in no motel if I'm a billionaire. Nope. There's
But
no
actually,
way.
okay, maybe from the security point of view, it could make sense.
But
But
if you
I
can
think
sleep in a 5-star hotel, 7-star hotel, let's say you're going to Dubai, 7-star hotel versus a motel, and you have the money. You have like the money. Money is not even an option.
it's ringing, huh?
It's there, like it's knocking, like it's just there. It's just feeling as you walk. And you decide you're going to sleep in a motel to get the experience.
Wow.
Ah,
Okay.
it's a lie. It's a lie.
Okay. I think this is where the culture vultures come in hand,
Okay.
because they would actually allow you to experience those experiences regardless if you have the budget, if you don't have the
Okay,
budget.
but you know there are like
Yeah.
7-star hotels which will give you the culture as well. So
They'll give you the culture on books and
not just books, like
and
the way it's
songs.
decorated. Yeah, the stuff.
Yeah, but
It's okay. That's
that,
all I need.
that's Woo, wow, okay, but that's not enough. If you're not experience the culture, that's why. Okay, that's why in our first episode I was voting for Airbnb, because I'm actually halfly vulture culture. Because
Culture vulture.
culture vulture, yeah. Okay, my bad. The culture vultures, huh? Is
Uh-huh.
that right?
Mhm.
So I would want to experience this, when I go to when I go to a country, I'd want to like get all those experiences, maybe the culture, how they talk, how they react to people, how they live,
Mm.
and I wouldn't get that in a hotel.
That's
I would get that in an Airbnb, and I wouldn't get that in a 7-star hotel. I would get that Couchsurfing. I would
okay.
get that in hostels. I'd get that. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, that makes sense. But I don't know. If I was a billionaire, I would live a billionaire lifestyle. Like
throughout,
throughout. Like you never know when your stocks will
no
plummet.
excuses,
The way people are
unapologetically.
the way people are dying these days is to eat your money. If you don't eat your money, who will eat your money?
Somebody else is gonna
It's a lie. Me,
is
give
gonna
me.
do it for you.
I'll even get the most expensive penthouse, $8,000 one night. Woo! I am going big.
Okay. She's an accountant, by the way. Just to put it out there. Okay, guys, this is actually we wrapping the episode up, and first I would like to thank each and every one of you who
Yeah.
contributed to our first 100 subscribers on
Thank
YouTube.
you.
Thank you so much. A lot of
This is
applause.
exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting, and it's actually growth. And all of you guys who have been streaming our audio episodes on different platforms like Spotify and other platforms like iTunes and stuff. We thank you guys, because we're getting a lot of new people coming in, and that's it gives us the energy, and
Beautiful.
yeah, we keep producing content for you and
Definitely.
keep making travel accessible for everyone. And
We've got you. All we can say is that we've got you. We've got content for everybody.
everyone.
Me, billionaire, versus him, backpack, like we got you.
Okay, guys, that's a wrap. This is Jayso.
And this is Fifi.
And before we close, I actually promised to post a picture of Fifi for you guys to see her, and I didn't. But in the post of this episode, the Instagram post, I'm gonna link her Instagram account for you guys to go and see how fabulous she is.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
and we are done.
All right.